Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Let's add value to your knowledge account today. I'm Dr. Bharati Sunil. Welcome to our Finance and Accounting Academy channel. Today's topic is preparation of balance sheet. In the previous videos, I explained about roadmap of final accounts. That means how to prepare trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. And in my another video, I've explained about preparation of trading account with format, and we have done one problem in that video. And next another video, I have explained about preparation of profit and loss account. I have explained with format, and we have also done one problem in that class. So in today's class, we'll come to know preparation of balance sheet. Why balance sheet is prepared? Balance sheet is prepared to know the financial position of the company. So this is balance sheet. So balance sheet is not called account, it is called statement. If you see balance sheet, here also you are having 4 columns, but this is not called debit side and is not called credit side. This side is called liabilities, means our left hand side is called liabilities and our right hand side is called assets. So balance sheet is divided into two. One is liabilities and the other one is assets. And the most important thing what you have to remember while preparing balance sheet, we are preparing on a particular date. That is why here I have written as on 31st March 2025. Means on a particular date we will see what is our financial position. Means what are our assets and what are our liabilities. You have already know types of accounts what I have explained in my previous video. There you have come to know about nominal accounts, real accounts and personal accounts. So nominal accounts we have covered under trading account and profit and loss account. So what will come under balance sheet? Real accounts and personal accounts. So what are liabilities? Liabilities means what we are owing. We means your company. What company is owing to others means what the company has to pay to others. Liabilities are including capital and other different types of liabilities. So here liabilities includes capital, long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities. What is the meaning of liability? Liability means it's our financial obligation. Whether the money is invested by the proprietor of the business in the form of capital, even that capital is to be returned by the business to the proprietor of the business. Why? Because business is separate and owner is separate. Here when proprietor is investing money in the business in the form of capital, business is taking as a loan from the proprietor because business is artificial person. Business is having that financial obligation to pay that amount to the owner of the business, means proprietor of the business. So capital is our liability and all other long-term liabilities. That means when we take any bank loan or when we are purchasing our materials in the form of credit. So all this will come under liabilities. So all these amounts are to be paid by us in future. For some liabilities we are having long term obligation. So what are those liabilities are called long term liabilities, and for some liabilities we have to pay in very short period, so we can pay that within the period of 1 year. So all the liabilities whatever we are supposed to pay within a period of 1 year are called current liabilities. Finally, how to understand that whatever the business is owing to others is called liability. And assets means what business is owning. Okay, what business is owning? Business is owning fixed assets like land, building, machinery, right? And also business is owning some bank deposits or investments, or business is owning the amounts which are due from our debtors, means the customers who purchase from us on credit basis. So those amounts are due from our customers, so which we are going to receive, right? Our stock, our cash in hand or our cash at bank, right? So all these are owned by the business. Okay, so what you have to understand here, what the business is owing to others means what the business has to pay to others is called liability. So what the business is owning is called asset. So ultimately our capital plus liabilities is equal to assets. Remember this? This I have explained in accounting equation video. So what is our capital? This is our capital. And what are our liabilities? These are all our liabilities. So capital plus liabilities is equal to assets. Capital means here owner's equity, right? And always our balance sheet should be equal with liabilities and assets. Why? Because all these assets or properties are acquired by the business either with own funds or with financed amount. That is why always liability side is equal to asset side. Now I will explain the format. Now you see the heading, balance sheet of Rainbow Enterprises as on 31/3/2025. This you can write either as on or as at. Means we are preparing on a particular date. On a particular date, we want to know what is our financial position. Means what are our liabilities and what are our assets. Now first I will explain you what are liabilities. So liabilities means this side. Our left side is called what? Liability side. Under liabilities, we are having long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities. Long-term liabilities means which are for more than 1 year, and short-term liabilities means which are less than 1 year. Short-term liabilities are also called current liabilities. So first capital means whatever the money that is introduced by the owner of the business. Okay, to that what we have to add? Net profit. How will get net profit? When you prepare trading account, you will get gross profit, no? After that, what will prepare? Profit and loss account. In profit and loss account, what you will get? Net profit. That net profit is to be added to capital. Suppose if you get net loss, what we should do? We have to deduct from capital. Clear? If it is net profit, add to capital. If it is net loss, deduct from capital. Next, interest on capital, it is to be added to the capital. Next, if there are drawings by the proprietor, then the drawings amount is to be deducted. Next, interest on drawings is also to be deducted from capital. Or interest on drawings is to be added to drawings, and finally these two amounts are to be deducted from the capital amount. What you have understood here? Capital plus net profit. Suppose there is net loss, then we have to deduct net loss. Next, add interest on capital, less drawings amount, less interest on drawings. So whatever will remain finally, that we have to take to the outer column. So all these calculations we have to do in inner column. And finally, what the amount that we'll get, that we have to show under outer column. Right? Next, general reserve is also called reserves and surplus. So this reserves and surplus is also called retained earnings. Wherever the business is profits are there, that profits will be retained by the business. So that is called what? General reserve. After capital calculation, what we should write? General reserve. Next, long-term loans means whatever the loans we are taking from financial institution or from anybody else for long period, all those loans are called long-term loans. So we have to write here, means under long-term liabilities only we have to write. Next, mortgage loans. If a business is taking loan for purchase of any building, then what they have to do? They have to mortgage their property, then they should apply for loan. So whatever the loan they are taking by giving mortgage of their property, it's called what? Mortgage loan. So this mortgage loan is also called long-term loan. Next, current liabilities. So all these liabilities are called what? Fixed liabilities. These are called what? Current liabilities. Fixed liabilities means long-term liabilities. Under current liabilities, what you will get? You will get all liabilities which are for less than 1 year. So under that, what's the first one? Sundry creditors. Sundry creditors means, say we are purchasing some raw materials or goods from our suppliers, and we are taking time to repay that amount. Okay, so in that case, we are owing that amount to our suppliers of materials or suppliers of goods. So here we are showing them as sundry creditors, means we are owing money to them, right? So next, bills payable. What is the meaning of bills payable? Say for example, I have purchased some goods from Mr. Ram and I promise him that I will pay amount after 3 months. So what Ram has done here, Ram has raised one bill. So in that it is very clearly mentioned that Bharti has to pay 10 lakh on December 31st, 2025, and he mentions all these details and he will raise that bill which I will accept. That means I'm accepting that I will pay 10 lakhs of rupees of money after 3 months, that is on December 31st. Say for example, I bought some goods on credit basis from my supplier. So here my supplier is raising one bill. What is that bill called? That is called bills payable. So what will be mentioned in that bill? He mentions that Bharti has to pay 10 lakhs rupees of money after 3 months. Okay, it will be stamped. So what I will do, I will sign that bill. Means I am accepting that bill, whatever the bill is raised by my supplier, right? So this is called what? Bills payable. And my supplier can use this bills payable and he can go to bank and discount that bill. It is money arrangement by banker in the form of discounting of bill. So this is called what? Bills payable. So this bills payable is also our current liability. Next, outstanding expenses. So what are outstanding expenses? Say for example, salaries. So every month we will pay salary on the first of the next month. Say for example, February month salary will be paid in the month of March, right? And the same way March month salary will be paid in the month of April, right? So when we are paying March month salary in the month of April, but what is happening here? We are closing our books on 31st March itself. So how you will show? You will show our 11 months salary amount. Say our 11 months salary is 11 lakhs. So what salary is due now? 1 month salary is due. So what is 1 month salary? 1 lakh. So how you will show in our books? We will show it as outstanding. So we will write like this, O oblique S. So this is called what? Outstanding salary. Clear? So all outstanding expenses, whether it is outstanding salary or outstanding wages, right, or outstanding rent. So all outstanding expenses will show under liability side. Under which head? Current liabilities. Next, income received in advance. So next year income we have received this year itself. So we should not show next year income in the present year. So what we'll do, we will show it as liability. Which liability? Current liability. Is it clear? So we have covered fixed liabilities, means long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities. Short-term liabilities are also called what? Current liabilities. Now we'll come to asset side. On asset side, we can see that there are three different types of assets. Fixed assets, current assets. Current assets are also called floating assets. Next, intangible assets. I've explained types of assets in my previous video. If you watch all my videos, no, you can understand all concepts very clearly because I've explained each and every term in all my videos. So if you watch my videos, you will be having complete conceptual knowledge. First, go and watch all these videos, then all our coming videos will be very clear to you. So assets are two types. What are those? Tangible assets, intangible assets. Tangible assets means, see, this bangle, I can see, I can feel, I can touch. So it's called what? Tangible assets. This is my board. Tangible asset, which I can see, I can touch, I can feel, right? My knowledge, I can't see, I can't touch. Say Lata Mangeshkar voice. What we can't see, we can't touch are called what? Intangible assets. So goodwill, patents, trademark, all those are called what? Intangible assets. Now come to the first one. Under assets, what is the first one? Fixed assets. Fixed assets, plant and machinery, means where we are installing our machinery, where we are doing our production. It's all called plant and machinery. That is our fixed asset. Means if you are purchasing one asset, means if you are purchasing one machinery, that machinery is for long term use, means the benefit of which will be acquired for long term period. It's not for only 1 year. Next, furniture. Suppose if your business is having any furniture, that is called what? Fixed asset. Any fixtures and fittings are there, that are also our assets. Next, vehicles. Whatever the vehicles are used by the business, cars or trucks, all those are called business fixed assets. Next, land and buildings. Whatever the land is owned by the business or whatever the buildings are owned by the business are called fixed assets of business. Next, leasehold property. Sometimes what you know, you will take on lease some properties. So where you'll show that under fixed assets. Next, long-term investments. So business also will make investment. Say for example, if our business is investing some amount in some investment, some banks. Okay, so that is called what? Long-term investment. If it is invested for more than 1 year, it is called long-term investments. In the same way, business also will invest for short-term. So that will come under current assets. So these are all called what? Fixed assets. If any asset is not mentioned here, but always remember the asset which is having benefit for more than 1 year will come under fixed asset. So next, current assets. These are also called floating assets. Which are there for less than 1 year are called what? Current assets or floating assets. Right? So what are those short-term investments? The investments which are made for the less than 1 year are called short-term investments. Next, sundry debtors means here when we make sales, we make cash sales and credit sales, right? So when we are selling our goods on credit basis, or when you are selling our services on credit basis, then the people who are receiving our services or our products are called our debtors. If they are taking time to pay our money, means they are asking for credit, then they are called sundry debtors. So sundry debtors also will come under current assets. Why? Because we will receive that amount or will recover that amount from them in very near future. Next, bills receivable. So bills receivable means suppose our business is selling goods to customers on credit basis. So our business is selling goods to customers on credit basis. So Mr. A purchased from us on credit basis, right? So he's asking for 3 months credit. So what we are doing, we are raising one bill. In that bill, we are mentioning very clearly that Mr. A has to pay rupees 20 lakhs after 3 months. We'll write name, amount, and date, right? So when we raise that bill will be accepted by Mr. A, right? So when the bill is accepted, it means that he will pay after 3 months. When the bill is accepted, it is understood that he is accepting that he is owing that money to us, means he is signing that bill. So what we can do, we use this bill and we can go to banker and discount that bill. Say this amount is 20 lakhs. So if the banker is discounting for 5%, means he will take 5% of that 20 lakhs means 1 lakh, and he will give us 19 lakhs rupees. So we can get immediately 19 lakhs rupees from bank. So this is called arrangement by bank. So to meet our working capital requirements, we'll do bills discounting. So when we have to receive money, then that bill is called bills receivable. When we have to pay money, that bill is called bills payable. That's the only difference between bills receivable and bills payable. Bills receivable will write under current assets. Next to outstanding income. See, our business is having some properties which we are giving on rental basis, right? In the same way how we have to pay rent, here also we are receiving rent. In the same way how we have to pay salaries, here also we have to in the same way how our salaries payment is outstanding, in the same way here our rents are not received by us. Our tenants will also pay our March month rent in April month. So our income is due from our tenant. How we are showing in our books, outstanding income means March income is not received by us, so we are showing it as current asset. Next, prepaid expenses. What are prepaid expenses? Say for example, say we are recharging our mobile phone for 6 months. Okay, so we have recharged that on January 1st. So 6 months means up to June 31st we can use that. So first 3 months will be coming in 2024-25 year. Next 3 months will come under 2025 to 26. Is it clear? So 25 to 26 year 3 months we can't take under 24-25 year. I will show here. Say for example, we have recharged our mobile phone for 6 months, right? So 3000. Recharged on January 1st, right? So it will end on June 30th, right? So first 3 months will come under one financial year. The other 3 months will come under next financial year. Say for example, so this will come under April 1st to March 31st, means it is April 1st 2024 to March 31st 2025. So first 3 months will come under this period. Next 3 months will come under next year, that 2025 2026, because here the financial year is 2024 and 25. So January 1st to March 31st, 3 months will come here. Next, April 1st to June 30th will come under this financial year. So this 3 months expenses are called what? Prepaid expenses. Means next year expenses we have paid in the current year. That is why it is called what? Prepaid expenses. Next, closing stock. So when we are having stock in our business, we can't sell the entire stock in the same year. So whatever the stock that is left over on 31st March 2025, that stock is called what? Closing stock. This stock can be raw material, this stock can be work in progress, this stock can be finished goods also. Next, cash and bank balances. Suppose our business will have bank balance, our business will have cash balance with us, so that also will come under current assets. Next, intangible assets. Under intangible assets we are having goodwill. iPhone is having its goodwill, that is why we are paying so much amount on iPhone brand, right? And Nike is having its trademark. So by using by because we like the trademark, we'll buy Nike, right? So trademark, patent, suppose if you are inventing something, so you will get a patent right. All these are called what? Intangible assets. So when we write all liabilities, just total that liability side, and when you write all assets, you total asset side. These total should match. Why? Because whatever we are investing in these assets or properties that are invested by either their owned funds or by their borrowed funds. So that is why liabilities are is equal to liabilities. That is why liability is equal to assets. Is it clear? Now I will explain one problem. From the following information, prepare balance sheet of Rainbow Enterprises as on 31st March 2025. So what information is given? Capital 5 lakhs, means it is our liability. You can see here it is our liability, right? Next, net profit. What we should do with net profit? We have to add that to capital. Next, bank loan, means here it is our long term loan or it can be our mortgage loan. Next, sundry creditors, means our current liability, right? Next, land is our fixed asset. Next, goodwill means it is our intangible asset. Next, drawings, what the business owner is withdrawing from the business. So what we should do? We have to deduct drawings. Next, bills payable, means it is our current liability. So next, cash in hand. Next, closing stock is our current asset. Next, vehicles means our fixed asset. Next, bills receivable, it is our current asset, right? So now we will solve this problem. So how you'll write balance sheet of Rainbow Enterprises as on 31st March 2025. So this we have to show two sides. So this is called what? Liabilities. This is rupees, and here assets, rupees. So first we have to take capital. Capital is how much? 5 lakhs. Next add net profit. What is our profit? 3 lakhs. So it is how much? 8 lakhs. So from this what you have to deduct? We have to deduct drawings, right? So here minus drawings. What is our drawings amount? 25,000. So here you can see capital plus net profit minus drawings. That's what we have showed here. 8 lakhs minus 25,000 means it is how much? 7 lakhs 75,000. So the remaining amount we have to show under outer column. Remember, I've showed a format and I've showed different type of items here, but it's not compulsory that you will get all the items in our examination problem. So whatever you get, you just post them in the respective places. Next, bank loan. Bank loan is our long-term liability. So here I'm writing bank loan. What is our bank loan amount? 4 lakhs. Next up, sundry creditors is our current liability. So sundry creditors. How much is the amount? 1 lakh. See, balance sheet you can show in two forms. If you are following liquidity means current liabilities, current assets. Fixed liabilities, fixed assets. If you are following permanency, then how we have to follow? Fixed liabilities, fixed assets. Current liabilities, current assets. If you are following liquidity mode, then what you will do? Current liabilities, current assets. Fixed liabilities, fixed assets. Here we are following fixed liabilities, fixed assets. So I'm writing here fixed assets. So what assets are coming under fixed assets? Land. So land how much? 4 lakhs. Next, vehicles. How much? 6 lakhs. Now next we'll write intangible assets. So we'll write here goodwill. What is our goodwill amount? 50,000. So here I'm writing current assets. Under current assets, what will come? Bills receivable I will write here. Bills. How much is bills receivable amount? 25,000. Next, closing stock. 1,40,000. Cash in hand. How much is your cash in hand? 1 lakh. So for your understanding, I will show like this. Capital is liability, we'll put L here. Net profit is also liability. Bank loan liability. Sundry creditors liability. So these four: capital, net profit, bank loan, sundry creditors over. Next to land. Land is asset. So here I will write asset. So we have taken asset. Next goodwill is also asset. So goodwill we have taken. Next drawings. Drawings is liability because we have to show under liability because we have deduct drawings amount from capital. This also we have covered. Next bills payable. Bills payable, you have not written bills payable. So now we'll write bills payable here. How much is the amount? 40,000. What is bills payable? It is current liability. It is also over. Cash in hand, we have covered under current assets. So it is current asset. Next, closing stock, we have covered under current asset. Next, vehicles, we have covered under fixed asset. Next, bills receivable, we have covered under current asset. So we have covered all amounts. So we'll make total of this. 13 lakhs 15,000. Liability side 13 lakhs 15,000. We'll check on the asset side. 13 lakhs 15,000. If our liabilities and assets are tallying means our balance sheet is right. So this is about today's class. What we have learned today. Today I have explained balance sheet. So when you will prepare balance sheet, after preparing trading account and P&L account, will prepare balance sheet. So preparation of trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet is called what? Final accounts. Today what we have done, what I have explained today, I have explained the format of balance sheet. What balance sheet covers? Liabilities and assets. Under liabilities, what will get? Capital, long-term liabilities and current liabilities. And on the asset side, what you will get? Fixed assets and current assets and intangible assets. I have explained you all different types of liabilities and assets. Next, we have solved one problem. In that problem, we have covered all different types of liabilities and assets. And finally, when we have totaled both the sides, that is liability side and asset side, we got the same amount. That means our balance sheet got tallied. Means our liabilities, when liabilities are equal to assets, means when the balance sheet is tallied, means our operation of trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet is right. That is why our balance sheet is tallied. Suppose if you miss any amount anywhere in this trading account or profit and loss account, then our balance sheet will not tally. Today I have completed balance sheet also, no? So what you do, you see my previous videos. I showed formats of trading account, profit and loss account, and today I showed the format of balance sheet, right? You take a book and write all those in your book and keep that book aside and solve problems. What is coming in trading account, what is coming in profit and loss account, what is coming in balance sheet, you will understand. With this, I have covered trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. In the next video, I will show you a problem where we will use trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. In the coming videos of final accounts, I will explain adjustments and using that adjustments also we will prepare final account. So see all these videos and get good knowledge about accounts. If you watch all my financial accounting videos, you will get 100% knowledge about final accounts. If you get final accounts knowledge, then the next chapters will become very, very easy for you. Just believe my words. Don't afraid of accounting subject. If you love that subject and you solve problems, no, that will give you lot of satisfaction. Because if you're solving problems means what? You are having good confidence on subject. So when you will get confidence, when you have conceptual knowledge. So that is why watch all my videos. 100% you will get knowledge in accounting. For a big structure of building, basement is very important. So all the videos, whatever I have done, I have started from basement So if the basement is strong, building will be very strong. So if a student should shine in education, he will definitely shine in his career also. That's all for today. But learning never stops. Please like, share, and subscribe my videos. And please see that these videos are reaching other students also, so that no student should feel that accounts is tough. Keep learning, keep growing. In the next video, we'll do final accounts problem. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in next video. Thank you.